What's going on, peoples? What's going on? I'm back with another Jew. Before I get started, I want to shout out to my man, Shy Guy, Big Chad. What's up, man? Hey, we gotta do this, man. Need you here, bro. Need you here. All right, all right. Today's topic is men. Whew, men. Now, I don't know if men out here are not doing their job as well as they need to be, or the acknowledgement and the recognition and like the attention is not being, given on this subject as far as men raising young boys and or young men to be men. Now I know there's a lot of men that's out there that's doing their job. I definitely know that. I mean, it's a fact. It's just not a lot of attention and a lot of acknowledgement being put on this topic. I don't know why. I don't know what the fear is. Of course, everybody had a different, opinions and perspectives of that, of course. But I'm gonna say this: if we don't do our job to raise these men, these young boys to become men, then we're failing ourselves and human race, period. Because we're not doing what we need to do for them. So how are they going to do? How are they are going to do what they need to do for their upbringing? Meaning for their children, for their young brothers, for their young nephews, for their young friends. I mean, men need to be around these young boys respectfully, because that could be taken out of content. But a man needs to be in a young boy's life. Reason why, I heard Jay-Z speak about young men having problems, men just growing up, boys growing up to be unable to deal with authority, which is a great point, because if you don't have that father figure in your house and he's, you didn't grow up dealing with somebody that's uh, guiding you, teaching you, punishing you, disciplining you. You don't have that dominant man in your, in your presence. You're not experiencing that consciously and subconsciously. You're not getting all the jewels and all the things needed to learn how to deal with someone of authority, someone of power, someone of dominance. It's hard to be able to deal with that when you're outside of the home, or when you're outside, period, dealing with someone on your job, management, dealing with authority, police authority, dealing with hell, the man next door, or teachers, like young men, it's hard for them to deal with their teachers, because that teacher can't tell them nothing. They're ready to buck up at them. So men, your presence is so important and so powerful that you're not, it's like you have a great weapon and you don't know, and you're not knowing how to use it, and you don't know how powerful it is. You really need to take everything that you've ever learned that helped you become the man that you are today, pros and cons, good and bad, because you can learn from everything, and give that knowledge to a young man. Give that knowledge to a young boy. Be in the presence of, even if a child, stepchild, or not your child. Young men need this. Young boys need a male figure in their life to teach them and guide them and help them be great men. And you know what's crazy? Women, these are the single mothers that have boys, either have boys or young men. and she wants them to grow up into great men, because women are doing a great job as in raising these boys, but they can only do so much, because there's nothing like a man raising a young boy, because you get more of what you need. Same way, if a woman a man can raise a young girl, but ain't nothing like a mother, ain't nothing like a woman to teach that young girl or that woman to become a woman. It's more impactful from the source than from the other person's opinion. Same way like in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in a relationship and no, let's switch it. When you all in a relationship and your relationship is not going well, you talk to your mother, your sisters, you talk to your girlfriends, you talk to your auntie, you talk to women about the man. Instead of saying, for me to get the best advice on this relationship with this man, I might want to place myself amongst wise men. And that's just my opinion. And that is just advice I feel like women should use when they're trying to understand men. Go to men and try to understand men. Same way if a man was trying to learn about women, his best source is to place himself amongst wise women. Okay, if a man trying to be a better man, or let's say this, men become better men by learning their weaknesses and disregarding of what their past or their history is. I probably said that incorrect, but I'm gonna say this. A man becomes better. A man tries to be a man every day. He works at being a better man every day, regardless of what his history is, regardless of what his background is. Regardless, that has nothing to do if he knows that he's falling short in this realm, if he's falling short mentally, he's falling short spiritually, he's falling short physically, he's going to better himself, period. In relationships with his wife or with his significant other, with his children, with his family, he's going to better himself. That's what a man does. Because men are always trying to get better, period. No, hey, listen, these dudes that's out here and they're just leading a lot of boys astray. I despise them. And what I'm saying is that men that's out here need to despise them also, and do more work amongst more young men, and make sure that we're doing all that we can to have a better nation of intelligent, strong-minded men. That's our job. Regardless, men, it is your responsibility to get a child, a young boy, and young men and teach them, guide them. Only men. None of this funny stuff, no tricks, no. I'm talking about true men that know what it takes to become a man, and they use all their knowledge, all their guidance, and they place that inside of that. They do all the work that it takes to try to help build that and grow that young man. I saw a video of a father, a son, and the mother. They was at a gas station, and the young boy was trying to, he was fighting with his father, and the mother was doing everything she can to keep him from, keep the young boy from running over there to the father. Mothers, let that happen. It is a passage that needs to be done for every young man, especially the ones who cannot deal with authority, and the ones who are growing up feeling that, you know how people say you're smelling yourself or feeling yourself or your balls didn't drop. Listen, mothers, women, allow that to happen. Allow that to happen, because that young man has to learn. That is You tell a child, hey, don't place your hand on that stove. And listen, you know the consequences of placing your hand on that stove, but that child doesn't. That child just know that you keep telling him or her not to do it. What's the best lesson? Experience. That's the almost the best lesson. You want to avoid it. I want to avoid it. I wish that some things that happened to me didn't happen, but from them happening makes me wiser. You understand? I'm sorry, life cannot be all peaches and cream and rainbows and sunny days. You need them thunderstorms. You need them. That make you appreciate those sunny days. So to the mothers that try to stop, no, don't do that. Allow that to happen. That man has to do what he needs to do to that young boy to teach that young boy a lesson. It has to happen. Um, I got way more to speak about this, but I'm not gonna make it too long. Um, Men, do your job. Teach these young men. Young men, listen, sit down, and pay attention. This is going to help you become a better person and a better man. This is also going to, phenomenally help women. Phenomenally. Women are falling short when it comes to numerous of great men. So this here is for everyone. Believe that. So much respect to all these women that's out here raising these great men. But men, make sure you do your job as in raising either your child, your stepchild, or a young man, period. Do your job. That is our responsibility, period. Shout out to my nephew. Casey, what's up, man, out there doing this thing? Jay, BA, Clyde, Chad, what's up, Shy Guy? Quan, whew, got a constant shootout. Shout out. Quan, what's up, Big Quan? Everybody. Oh, my cousin, Jared Wayne, what's up, man? To the whole family. Man, everybody in Mississippi. Man, I can do this forever. All my uncles, all of them, those were my forefathers. Literally, those are my forefathers. You got a thug, gangster, dope boy, Mac, pimp, put them slash, same thing, and a teacher. Like, I had them all. So I was blessed with those type of uncles. And my mama, what's up, mama? You know what I mean? That was my mother slash father. She had to give me that tough love for me to grow into the better man that I am today. So I just want to emphasize that to my nephews, Trevor, what's up? What's up, man? Hey, Jada Burr, what's up, man? That's my youngest nephew. So that being said, I want to just shout out to the ladies too. You know what I mean? Much respect to y'all. And I know y'all doing y'all part. Y'all doing y'all do. So don't that's women gonna understand this, period. You know what I mean? Because men need to be strong, and men need to be dominant, not as in, belittling a woman, but being strong for their family, standing up, protecting, guiding, be the provider. That's your job. That's your job to the death. And you do it 120%. All will and drive. You give it everything that you have. Whatever you feel that you lacking in, you do at that second, and you improve that every moment of breathing. Because that is your job. And you will get the utmost respect from every woman in the world, every person in the world. I promise you. I'm just saying that from the things I have been learning over the past few years by the job that I'm doing and shall continue to do. And I only want the best for every young man because I feel like this was going to help the world. This is going to help society. This is going to help my environment by trying to grow and build better men, period. So I'm going to end it on that note. Y'all be good.